We'll go play action for Sanders. And his first pass falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Harold Fanning Jr. with that one. And it sets up second down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard. But this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Go.
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ballgame. Now, after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him.
Ready.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Ready. 6.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's caught, Fannin has it. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Bronco 80. Mustang 19.
Play action, Sanders. Vacates quickly left side. On the move, past the 40. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Trying the inside handoff to Sanders. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's whole hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Browns a first.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Toss play here, Judkins. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
The difficult part is not tracking him out there. Almost every corner in the league's got the speed to do that. What separates him from others is the physical. Can he avoid getting tied up in a block? And then can he deliver that blow for a loss?
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready.
To the air, Sanders. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
19 Lions. Go.
Third and long here for Sanders. Going deep here for the end zone. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. So now they're stuck facing fourth down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either. All in all, Kate, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Howard has him on the quick hitter. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
They'll go play action. Howard. Austin's there to haul it in. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On play action, here's Howard. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Operating from the gun, here's Howard. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10. It's a give to White. He works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's all... A run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Trying the left side with Johnson. Keeps it moving. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers finish off their opening drive.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers, who won up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he Fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone, so the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Catch! Crackle and
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. Getting in his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-3 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lining up to punt. Brings it in at the 12. They're able to corral him, but not before he gets a hefty amount on that return. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Howard. He rolls to his right. Finds a man, right side. Fought off the tackle, but lost the football. And this is going to be Browns football. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook. All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. Handoff now to Judkins. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Sanders going to look to throw. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. They stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That's another Browns 1st First and 10 at the 18-yard
Pass
line.
to 60. Pass to 60. Mustang 19. Ready, right?
Working inside the red zone. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns parlay the turnover into a lead. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 3.
Steelers 7.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. Escapes a defender. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think that's a type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop. See the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Howard throwing on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Offense is set. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.
14, Browns 10. Chris Boswell will be kicked off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10. Judkins running between the... He loses the football! And the Steelers get to it. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
First down, ball at the 36. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. They're down to their final one in this half. First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, Johnson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Bronco switch. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 65. Hawk 7. Hawk. Go.
Johnson is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out first and 10. Sanders setting to pass. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Picked up by Dante Kent.
Stephanie. Viking 18.
Here's Howard, first and 10. Run out left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
77 Wolf.
Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cup. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, Judkins. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
Ready?
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. To the air on 1st down. Sanders. Catch made. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running back sent in motion. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Connects downfield, on target to Dell. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
19 Wyatt.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Cut near the goal line. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. The Steelers calling their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
60. Let's go.
They are throwing it again. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
Sanders pass. Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down.
Let's go. 18 card, Ringo. Let's go.
Throwing now, Howard. Hits him on the out route. And they're there to send him out of bounds, but Brock, the damage has been done as he gets him up past the 20. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To the gun, Howard. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Howard to throw. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, Howard escapes the pocket. He can run it. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that stretches the lead to 21.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Here's the final play of our 1st half. Strike downfield to Judy. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Second half starts off with a run by Johnson. Jukes away from one. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, you know, the best of them take advantage of it.
And he is down to the 30-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
This offense is sending a message, winning the battle up front on consecutive snaps. There's got to be some urgency here defensively. You just can't keep getting walked backward this easily.
Completed over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll go play action. Howard. Well, he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, dude. And the kick is missed, but there's a flag on the play. Looks like a defensive miscue is going to give them another try. Well, any contact on an extra point is going to draw that flag, and it's going to let them try the point after again. Another shot at this extra point here. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
Steelers 38, Browns 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Moore with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On 1st down, here's Sanders. Shoves one away. Completed to his running back. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 11, and that gives the Browns a first.
First down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
32-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in, a big gain here for Diggs. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80. 19 Lions. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Fits it through the middle. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
19. Come on, 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
Sticking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So second down coming up.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10.
Stop low, 18. Let's go now. 18, run with it.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. So they're left facing third and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Sanders now on third down. Into the hands of Dell. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. The third and 10 was already tough, Brock, but the challenge doubles here. Third and 20 now after the holding call. Here he goes, third and long. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Punt return nearly did it. The offense get a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's first and goal. Judkins will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Up to the 4-yard line now. It's second and goal.
Tag! Bronco 80.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. That's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns shrinking the lead some in the third. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, but now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. On play action, here's Howard. Complete right side to Washington. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Steelers first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It's a gain of 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
It's Johnson on second down. On the move past the 40. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. They managed 22 on the lip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Steady.
Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. Hits him on the in route. It's inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown! So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. Play action, Sanders. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Browns with the ball, but they enter this fourth quarter at a massive deficit. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
18. Come on, come on. Set.
Sanders going to throw here on first. This one's caught. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
First down, ball at the 36.
Cowboy 80.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's second down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here's Judkins on second down. And he'll fly ahead for a few. It's third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
6 yards to go here. It's third down.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cougar 19. Go.
To the air on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ready.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's first and goal. Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. And he's across. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting. And it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. Got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. They're really pulling out whatever they can to try to make this game closer. That cuts the lead down by an extra 2.
Set to kick off.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. It's out.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. If you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it can go harmlessly out of bounds.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. Oh, the football's loose. And he falls on it, so they're going to keep possession and a chance to add to their lead. Well, he got his own miscue back, so no harm, no foul, but they are still not happy seeing him putting that football on the ground.
It's not like he just dropped it, though. It took a pretty nice hit to jar it free, but what do they teach you? When you got a nice game, what do you got to do?
Ball security, Brock, is job security.
Put that on a T-shirt.
That play good for 17 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Let's go. 19, 18.
They'll go play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Shotgun snap here to Howard. Forced out to his right, and they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers put up even more points in a win.
Hey, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback. One that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arms.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again. Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Dragon 60.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Browns hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out.
Here we go, here we go.
They kick the running back in motion. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack. Exactly what he just did.
3rd and long for him here. Connects downfield. On target to Dell. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46.
That's good for a Browns.
To the air on 1st down. Sanders trying to push deep downfield. That's back-to-back for Dell. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns making the scoreboard look a touch better. Tank Dell, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Browns still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now.
32. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They get to Johnson to start this drive. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Finds the in route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. That sure altered the throw.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. This finds Austin complete. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. 4th down, Howard. And he will get the first as they touch him down.